hate it. She doesn't. She thinks it's something important.
This doesn't seem right. It doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? That's all you.
Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It's said the cranes grant a wish. What is it you wish for?
I've never been one to believe in wishes. Oh, that's kind of sad. Are you him, the collector?
Collector. Crow. One of many names given to me over the years. That's a guy, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what the girl thing was about.
But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions.
Don't you want to know who I am?
Oh, I know who you are, Detective Vito. Or should I say, investigator? It's so hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant that what you call yourself now is you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong?
No. Nothing's been the same since Kamakura.
Yes, of course. The girl you muttered, Reina, was that your fault? It's a weird question. Wait, was he in the... Whoa, he's in the wall.
She gave me no choice. Of course it wasn't. I never meant to. Something made me. Something made me.
She gave me no choice. Of course it wasn't. I never meant to. Something made me is... either that's
something
the
controlled her.
It's either the cowardly answer and it was still her own will, or... I mean, the game said that in the story that it was that, but that's still her perspective, her thinking back on it. I mean, you could say I never meant to, and it's like... It's kind of like you're not apologizing, but
you're owning it.
I mean, you own it without really. It's kind of a mix. You're not really owning it. You're saying that you had to do what you did, but you didn't want to. So it's a bit more like it's not what you desired, but you did do it. You know what I mean? Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear.
No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet.
Are you sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control?
We're friendly, Ito. I'm not controlling you for a bad way.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I didn't think about the meta there.
Don't worry. We're only here to guide and help. The Lord inside of us, too.
When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own.
I don't know. I mean, I've shot a lot of locks recently, and that's not really like me. I feel like I have a problem. That one's on me. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. If it helps, the pain it got to me in that one.
Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing, or someone else's?
A mix of the two, knowing that we have volition in Christ, but that he's the one who gives us ultimate clairvoyance and ultimate peace in who we are. So both. Why not both? I don't have time for this. Sure.
Sorry, I thought I saw something. Or I thought I heard someone knock on the door. Of course. Our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical. But you are not here for philosophy.
Dang straight.
You want something more tangible.
Something that can actually have worth and value
Everyone
in the
comes
world.
here for something tangible.
I want information. Facts. That's definitely not philosophy, though. That's good.
It is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly?
Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happened to me, too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead me to dead ends.
Perhaps I can be of some help too.
That's still information. That's still what she said.
That is information, yeah. It's just not... I mean, she started with saying she wanted Tanaka. Does she want him back?
Deep down, yes, absolutely.
Please indulge me. I have a few questions. Oh, information. That's not the worst, because you can always keep information, unless he takes your memory.
Oh, jeez.
No. I'm curious. So curious. You're such a unique visitor, after all. Yes, nothing like the others.
Fine. What do you want to know?
I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job.
Crap!
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
It's odd. It's almost like I made a decision without truly wishing to.
He's Peter Stormering you right now.
Huh? You mean the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it?
It seems so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it?
Thank you for pointing out. Yeah, obvious. Right.
You idiot.
It's almost like you'd have to be a fool to make the first choice in the game. It's really simple. I couldn't imagine who would. We barely used this dialogue. I forgot this was here. The script's got dust on it, I swear. I didn't know! I've never been cool in a club before. I panicked.
You never will be either.
It felt good for information. I don't know.
It felt good. If it's for information, the answer you won't have to say, but it felt good as a great answer.
I literally should say this one because I don't know.
You did it for information. You thought you would get what you needed by doing it. Remember, that's literally your justification for why you chose that option.
I guess.
Like, I would answer honestly. I don't see what the point in lying to him is. And if you lied to him...
Part of it was, I literally don't know. I chose the option because it was, I was like, yeah, right.
Okay, right. Don't listen to me then. You should do I don't know, because that's what you feel like. If you feel like you don't know, you
no, I mean, deep down it was like, okay, this is to make a connection, right?
Yeah, that's what, yeah, when you picked the option, you defended it to me by saying you would make progress with her. You get to be friends with her, and you'd be able to get told what you need to know.
It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that it changed anything. And it really was a pathetically bad move. It literally impacted nothing. I don't know who would choose that. I'm sorry.
You found your way into the sewer using a man.
Ugh. Why him? It's Goto.
He was an idiot. The hostess wasn't helpful. A witness saw him.
A witness, right? Because someone saw him go in there.
Yeah, didn't...
yeah, the cool guy who runs the place.
What's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. Yeah, Daizo
saw him.
Ow!
A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this? Some sort of psych test? If so, we're failing. I came here for answers. Enough of the games.
It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price.
That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, it seems you've already got it.
Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No. I have no interest in that.
Then what do you want?
Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue?
Do I have a choice?
You've already made it.
Good point.
You show such little patience, detective.
Ouch.
Surprising, considering the efforts you took to get here. The girl Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her.
Yeah, let's give us information.
Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger?
To keep her talking. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I should have. She didn't deserve it. Genuinely, why didn't I pull the trigger? I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to, accidentally shoot Tanaka.
Yeah, I don't feel like I should have as your response as your playthrough or for her as a character. to keep her talking is the reason to do that is to keep anyone from getting hurt. So that's kind of a silly one to say instead of saying I didn't want to hurt anyone, and then she didn't deserve it. I mean,
maybe not, but it's a weird situation with her. We don't know.
Yeah, I like the answer you chose. I didn't, or you want to choose.
Maybe for a police officer, it sounds soft, but I didn't want to hurt anyone. Even with Tanaka at the end of the knife, I thought it might end peacefully. Yeah, I thought I could maybe do something. I genuinely thought we may be able to save him.
Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've only taken your medication once, after all. Perhaps it's only a delusion. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... What was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now.
Okay. The mask, baby. The mask. I don't know why, but I get a hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Rena was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out.
Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things.
Why did Rena want it so badly?
It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it.
Yes, please.
You said it yourself. It all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask.
The Kawanas. The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me.
The very same.
It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it.
Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it.
Your hunch was right.
Alright. Yeah, hopefully you get to ask all these, but I think the next most important to you is probably Tanaka, right? Or do you want to save that one for last?
I think we might want to save that, right?
I'm just worried you won't be able to get all of them answered.
I know. Tanaka is alive.
Okay.
In the dark. Whether he lives, that is more difficult.
Oof. The dark. It's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it?
A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you, following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls.
Ooh.
You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart.
Rena. If that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too.
The girl's thread is a complicated one, yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho. Sorry, not trying to butcher it. And a talent agency called Omega.
Eliminate them all! Sorry, Sonic reference. Kabuchiko. I know it well enough.
As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place, lives and breathes, changes shape, and goes where it pleases.
It's all around us, enveloping us, empowering us.
Kindness penetrates us. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way. Or it could tear you apart. Like it almost has already.
I'll get to ask him.
Darkness, all I see imprisoning me.
Falling in my strength. A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. What are you?
Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption? I've been here for so long. Longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I'm exactly who you need me to be.
He's one of those spirits that's like, I am what you need.
Yeah, you perceive him or it or whatever it is, whatever you need it to be.
Introspection.
So, like, for someone who is looking for a dressmaker would obviously be a woman because they would know what a woman wants in a dress. For a person who's looking for cats to be bred, obviously be a woman because women breed cats and men don't have anything to do with cats, hate cats, right? Someone who's trying to find blackmail material obviously has to be a man because women don't sink low enough to take photos of creeps.
This is I don't know if I endorse these statements. That's not true of Epsilion. Everyone's prone to sin and depravity, no matter who or what you are.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic because like the thought that
I'm
they
not.
making a man. Like I guess the fact that they had to make one of them have a man makes sense because then you get that like, oh, everyone sees him as something.
Yeah, one of them had to be the other. So
if you just saw him as a man and everyone else said it was a woman, that would be very jarring because it'd be like, wait a second.
Yeah,
so
there has to be some kind of like setup.
Yeah, the fact there were three of them and one had to be different to at least let you know, and that way the one that was different was the one that you got also. So it's like, okay, I knew it was gonna be random, but I didn't know what to expect. Makes it a little less weird. If it was like if it was a whole different gender person from what everyone else got, then you'd be like, this isn't the person they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... How did you put it? Ah, yes. To clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool.
How will I know when a path's been opened?
Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld.
Don't look at us!
No, it's the mask, right?
Oh, okay.
You seem awfully
eager to
help. I'm sorry.
You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you.
Paranoia. An unnecessary...
Our neuroticism is pretty high.
As I said, people fascinate me. Especially ones as unique as yourself.
So he's just like an entity that's like, I like humans. Let me see what they desire and what they do.
No, he said he's like also solving some kind of puzzle.
Yeah. I thought it was like the human heart. He's like, I'm trying to see how humans operate in different ways.
Maybe,
the puzzle
yeah.
of the human heart.
I was kind of hoping if they make a series out of this, that he'd be like a recurring character. He's like doing some like overarching mystery of his own.
Mm.
He's not like a detective or anything. Obviously, he's like
No.
That's doing across different stories. That'd be kind of cool, and then eventually they could culminate them into like one big story of like what his deal was.
Maybe.
You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. No one else said that would happen. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. So she couldn't escape it if she wanted to.
Well, that was pleasant.
Is that the word you want to use to describe that? It was eerie and not like what we wanted at all. You're just gonna check everything out and see what you can do.
Yeah.
That torch is still here. Ask him about what kind of food he wants. I'm just kidding. Do you even have prompts for him? Look.
Nah,
Look at that. Look at that nerd.
Look at nerd.
There's just like nothing to do here. Go to
The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I'd stayed any longer, I felt it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept away the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he possibly knew. I told him so much. Did I have a choice? Maybe he was right and I was a puppet after all. I At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to 2, and I had no choice but to march forward through the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was it really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all confirmed, and I now had the means, however impossible, to fight. 2 paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura and visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. On the logical side, I didn't understand how either would help. As everything around me cracked and crumbled, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose. Maybe someone would choose for me. Don't put that on me. Don't do this.
So, I think you should go back to your apartment and take a pill.
Are we allowed to go back to her? Kamakura. Nope, we have to choose one of the 2.
Okay, I guess the option highlighted now.
Right, I say we get the mask first. What's the use of getting into a new area if our key, our lantern, is black? Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if we need the mask as a tool to navigate the dark, what's the point of getting to the dark if we don't have the tool ready to use?
Right, yeah. Rushing into Kabukicho is like saying, I'm going to go fight without having the tool I was equipped with, basically. Because you don't know how to use it. You don't have the understanding. So hopefully you can go see, was it Mai?
Shrine Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she's nice.
Maybe she can help you learn about it because she might know something.
I came here to find out about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. 6 months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I thought of coming here to apologize to Mai Kawana countless times, but couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear in her eye and hurt in her eyes, and I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day, about how I lost control. Hopefully she can find in herself to forgive me enough to help me with my investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are there so many cherry blossoms blooming? It's like nothing's changed since that day. That's not
Eerie.
Good. Is our wonderful, knowledgeable guy still here?
I don't want to talk to him. No, he's gone, thank God.
Nope, there he is.
Was he a nerd?
Yep, he was a super nerd.
Oh, it's you. I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And then I saw that picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remembered meeting you and couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course, it's not good or anything, but you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. Wait, why are you so calm when they're talking to you right now?
Look at Reina, she's like, I'm not.
She's like, I don't want to be here. Oh, I mean, that's not to say any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. That's a lot of bad stuff on there. Like, wow. Pretty wild stuff.
You want to stop talking. Are you done?
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes. Hello. Again? Yeah, ask her about the cherry.
My grandmother first.
Aww.
Is my grandmother still at the house near here?
You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. She's a ghost. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh, yes, that reminds me. When you were here last year... When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake? Can you remember anything like that? Leave. Lie to him? Are you gonna tell him the truth?
I can just exit. Can I really just?
I love how you just like. This seems kind of suspect. If you just like get out. Do you want to tell him the truth or do you want to lie to him?
I'll tell him the truth. It's fine. She gave it to him, so.
Oh, so you do know about it.
That's a relief. Wouldn't want that to think that something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So, do you know when they'll return it?
Oh, he thinks he's at the police station.
Oh.
You'll have to ask HQ about that kind of stuff. Sorry.
Oh, so she covered herself.
Hmm.
I did. I contacted them several times.
Good luck.
They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't have it. You don't think they're lying to you, Detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that, something so precious to this town, would they?
I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken.
Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura.
I was gonna say, let me ask you a question. Yeah, okay, here we go. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out?
It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subhirtella autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year.
I'm on. It's gonna be really hard for me to do it. Epsilion, look that up and tell me if that's real.
That's real? Or you change screen?
I'm not moving.
I don't know if I can spell that from memory. Prunus, I can spell. That one's not hard. It's the second word, especially.
Give me a second. Move a bit more. Hold on. Keep entertaining. Look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I'm stalling. I'm stalling. I'm filling the gap. Actually looking up for real. Yeah, this might be legit. Wow. I'm not 100% certain yet. Trying to see if this is a. It might actually be legit too.
Oh.
So,
right. Watson.
So Prunus subhirtella, or I guess the Japanese name is Ido Higon, is the scientific name of one of the wild species of cherry trees native to Japan.
Anything about them blooming twice a year?
Yeah, I was trying to see. The Wikipedia article actually has the other word in it, I think, when I was doing the Google search, but let me... Sorry, I have to skim this for a bit. It's
I got you.
Dense article. It's widely grown for its propensity to flower during mild winter weather. The Prunus subhirtella autumnalis rosea is widely grown in gardens and has gained the Royal Horticultural Society's award. Blah 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 blah. I mean, the autumnalis is a real thing.
And you did say it sometimes blooms in winter weather.
Yeah, it can bloom in winter. Yeah, mild winter weather. It doesn't say it blooms twice a year necessarily.
No, but I mean, that's,
I did find another article that might say something about that. Autumnalis, sometimes designated as var autumnalis, is a popular cultivar that is commonly sold in commerce. It typically grows 20 and 35 feet tall with a rounded, symmetrical crown. It is noted for producing a heavy bloom of semi-double pink flowers in spring, with an additional but sparse bloom occurring in the fall.
Oh!
This is the cultivar name. Leaves turn yellow in fall. Fruits are attractive to birds, but are not ornamentally significant. So yeah, it does do it twice.
It does
it's just the less intense. In the
look at that! That's really cool!
So they actually taught us something, even though they gave us the real name and everything. Cool. Wait, this guy's an idiot, though. How did he know that?
No, but he does know about the town.
Yeah, but he didn't know about the... Remember last time we talked about the town? He got, like, super tongue-tied, couldn't remember anything. It was being really weird.
Maybe he only knows about botany?
Yeah, he's a botanist. That's it.
I don't know.
I don't go with that, but I'll let you say that, and everybody else can believe that, I guess.
Oh, my gosh. Epsilion, read your next line.
At least... That's what it says on.
There we go.
We
literally did your job. My Watson did your job.
Did we just get snooped though? Like, is it not real? And they is that like the thing I find was actually a fake article, and they made it for the game, and then like people were going along with it. I hate the internet. Why did they allow us to do this? Who'd have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh?
Cherry blossom that blooms in fall. I've never seen it. Are you sure you got your facts straight? Are you sure you got your facts straight, Watson?
I mean, that's what the website says. Wikipedia and then some other random botany site had that. Impossible. Do you doubt my botany expertise? Okay,
This guy, man.
Sherlock. Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think?
Yeah, it certainly feels that way.
That's what happens potentially. Well, that's what the theory would happen with the magnetic poles swapping. Could mess with the seasons a little bit.
Ugh.
At least shift them, not like swap them entirely, but.
Sorry.
Huh? You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease?
Aren't they great?
Yeah, also the Morty voice a little bit there, sorry.
I'm looking for my Kalana. Have you seen her?
Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? You gonna shoot her? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings. Isn't that the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
The Happening, yeah. The awful.
Well, that's the sequel.
What? No.
It's the sequel, like how like Aliens is the sequel to Aliens.
Or The Quiet Place 2.
Was it called Quiet Places?
No, unfortunately.
But my point was that sequel it was one of those things where the sequel is just a plural. The
plural thing.
Yeah.
How many things do that? Aliens.
I feel like there's one other. Oh, Predators technically did that too. Afterwards.
Fair.
Sorry about that. I think there's something else. It's not like coming back to
something else outside the Alien Predator universe, which does share the same universe as we've learned.
Those movies aren't canon in the comics.
Why are you like this?
I'm just saying.
Dude, the last 15 minutes of the first one is really good because there's no dialogue.
The last 15 minutes of Aliens vs. Predator?
Yeah, the first one.
I actually like the entire thing, like the setup for.
Well, yeah, but it's not like
this. Or sorry, the setup for Wayland because it's before Wayland and Utah merged into one company. But it's the setup for Wayland Industries and how they found the Predator temple and the aliens on Earth in the modern 2000s. I love that. It's stupid because the timeline's screwed up. But I love that they actually go back and establish Wayland himself and the Wayland Company, what it was like in the 2000s. That's pretty cool because that would fit. He would have been alive and run the company at that time, and then it gets combined with the Japanese company later on, and it's run by robots in the future or whatever. But
future.
I thought that was really cool the way they established that. Anyway. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best you leave her alone.
It's important I talk to her.
I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street, like usual. Mai's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Well, you could take the train. I was like, why can't you just leave?
Yeah, I still leave the area.
Wait, was that talking to him about leaving the town? That's a bad way.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Go away! No visitors! I'm pretty sure I was her, right?
Yeah, you were.
Go away! No visitors!
If I do it anymore, I'm gonna get your awesome.
But you can't pull out items. It's not that kind of game.
Nah, it's not that kind.
So get the mask out and flash it. I have my mask. Go to shrine.
Go to the shrine.
It's weird that I was a prompt and not just continue walking.
Cherry blossoms fall gently at my feet as I approach the Kawana family shrine.
That's very scenic.
In front of me was Mai Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach, stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife through her throat months ago. This time, it was me she was terrified of. We were the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence watching from the shadows. Oh shoot, it is.
You have 20 seconds.
Oh shoot.
Mask.
No. No.
No action. Let time out. Right?
I suppose so.
Can you
go away?
If there's something else you can do?
I can't do anything else.
Okay. You can't move the mouse to anything else and just let time out.
No, I won't do it. Why now? Why her? Oh, I hate this. Oh, God.
Yeah, the face is freaking me out.
I have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose.
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
A man chooses! I should have been yelling that to Matt.
I didn't do it very boastfully, but, you know.
You, detective from before, why are you just standing there?
Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See,
I've got a gun.
I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner.
You're here to apologize? No. I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened.
I guess that makes me the last person you want to see now. After that day, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say I lost control at this crucial time, I bet. Oh my gosh, there's something in my ears! That's the truth.
The truth?
Glad it ended. That was terrible.
It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. That's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name's Aito, right? It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that day in April really happened in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me. I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask and the red-headed girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine. She wrote that about the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts her up in the old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry, listen to me ramble away. I bet you don't care about any of that. Actually, that is literally why we're here. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. Oh, sorry. Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even let me tell me how my parents died.
Where does your brother live now?
He's an instructor at the Kendo Dojo in Asakura in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the Kendo world.
Asakura, yeah. Sounds like he's got a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me?
You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. Stop! Jeez.
Yeah, this needs to end. This is terrible.
It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mike. Oh, God. God, that's awful. Oh, I hate that. Sorry to everyone. Watch your ears.
It gets too loud. It's a little bit... it could have been eerie if they just kept it quiet, but the fact they keep raising it up on a loop is really annoying.
Go away! No visitors!
Get the heck out of here!
What? What is she selling?
Chocolate! She's selling chocolate!
I remember when they first
invented chocolate.
I hated it!
Asakusa.
Quotes from
The home of Sensoji. One of the most famous... I'm butchering that, but... one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It reminds me of a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high-rises.